Hey, this is Holla. I'm ready. Come on, ready. Hey, what's up, players? This is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I just want you to know that you're watching the Jeffrey Show live, and that's real talk, players.
Hello everyone, welcome to an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. Woo! And on tonight's edition of Jeffrey Show Live, what should we title this video? Early WWE WrestleMania
35 predictions.
35.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Number 35.
As the time goes. When's the last WrestleMania you attended?
27.
27.
The one and only in Atlanta. They need to do a redo.
Why? You wasn't feeling that way?
No, I had a great time there, but when I watch it back, I'm just like, and compared to the ones after that, I'm just like, it could have been better.
I know.
I mean, I got to
that
see
was Edge's last match.
So that's really the only exciting thing about that WrestleMania for me was it was Edge's last match, and then seeing Undertaker too.
Such a great match. Yeah. Undertaker and Triple H was such a good match.
Yes, I saw Undertaker WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
My favorite wrestler.
It wasn't that bad looking back on it, but The Miz was in our main event.
Oh, I actually enjoyed that.
Really? Well, The Rock was fun. The Rock was there.
Yeah, that was actually my first time seeing The Rock. I'd seen him a year later when they came for Raw in Atlanta. So that
with
was
the
cool.
John Cena bet. Yeah. I could imagine. Future WrestleMania Tampa next year. I'm hearing. Is that confirmed or rumors? The Tampa
I think it's confirmed. I think that's pretty.
What's
legit.
you trying to go?
Oh,
How you feel?
That's right there.
Literally,
yes.
Tampa's down the street.
Yes.
From Atlanta. How many hours is that? 4? What is that?
No, that's about
less than
6
that?
and a half, 7.
Oh.
Because Orlando is about 6, so it's right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I was thinking.
It's a drive I made before, so.
But that's not bad though.
But I plan on flying.
Really? You don't want to have mobile access around there?
That's why you rent a car.
Okay, yeah. They have like cheap car joints to do.
And Uber everywhere.
Uber everywhere, to
Not
be
even
honest.
that. I just don't want to drive home.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, driving there is not our problem, but after you've had so much fun, you're exhausted, you have to go home. I don't want to do that.
So, I can announce that I will be at this year's WrestleMania 35.
Lucky.
I will be at the Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, that's even better.
I know. I hope Velveteen Dream comes up. Any early call-up since we're doing all these predictions into the future, Miss Cleo? Any? What you think of that?
I mean, I would love for Velveteen to be called up.
I would have won Raw, like the day after.
Hopefully it's on
Call
Raw
me up,
and
Vince.
not SmackDown.
But I thought we love Smack. Oh,
no,
yeah.
we do, but you won't be there. So
Yeah.
one day we're gonna go experience the full WrestleMania.
What is the full WrestleMania experience?
Wednesday to Wednesday. You gotta go home.
Seriously,
fly in Wednesday, leave Wednesday.
my friends Mika and AC, they're gonna be out there from like Monday to Monday. They say, I was like, yeah, but that's just how early the events start because he has to wrestle out there and she's commentating out there.
Yes.
So I'm happy for both of them. Yeah, so
we
congratulations to
also love AC
both.
Matthews, so. Hopefully
I didn't spoil their jokes. Maybe I have to edit that out. Oh no, congratulations, baby. Unconfirmed. It's just rumors, allegedly.
I mean, yeah, it's allegedly happening. We'll keep it in. It's allegedly happening.
Right, when the DMs come on screen. Let's see. And I'm thinking about doing a Madison Square Garden event. I just feel like I'm out there. I've never been to Madison Square Garden, the new one. I kind of want to do it.
I've never been to New York, period. So.
Really? Oh, that has to change.
Yeah, the furthest I've been up north is Boston because my best friend lives there. So.
Oh yeah, that has to change. Yeah, that's changing.
I will. I mean, I might make a WrestleMania appearance myself.
That's gonna be lit. There's still time.
I know. That's why I'm saying.
There's still time.
So it happens a week or 2. I think it's 2 weeks after my birthday. So it could happen.
Definitely don't mind if you crash. I know everybody want to be comfortable, but still saving money.
I would give me an air mattress and sleep on the floor and then return the air mattress.
The hotels have air mattresses. That's the thing. So It's definitely all good. I'll go stay with my aunt. I mean, like, no. But nevertheless,
Crashing on the couch, I don't mind.
I know, right?
Couch hopping.
I'm literally gonna be right up the road from my brother, so there's no excuse for me not to visit him this time because I didn't see him last time. I'm literally gonna be right up the road for him.
Ooh, I couldn't do that. If me and my sister live in different states, there's no way I can just go to her area and not see her.
Oh yeah,
it's impossible.
That's
you know how close we are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's impossible.
That's crazy. Yeah, when you really put it in perspective like that. But are you excited for this year's WrestleMania? Like,
I'm excited for every WrestleMania.
that's good.
WrestleMania is like the biggest pay-per-view.
It is really a big thing, to be honest.
Hopefully they have a very big card. Because I enjoyed last year's WrestleMania.
It was so long, but it was so good. I enjoyed it.
What are you complaining about? You was at my house and there was food.
I know. I'm thinking of
Food
yes,
and liquor.
yes. It really was good. It really was good. But
That's an all-day thing.
The ticket says 3 p.m. and the joint says 12 a.m. So that's crazy. And then there's gonna be like an open roof, and it may be snowing. And look at you.
No, I just got flashbacks 2 years ago, Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in Orlando. I didn't go to WrestleMania. I went to Disney World for my birthday, and I went home that Sunday, and I was just watching WrestleMania. I said, I know they're hot because it was hot as hell in Orlando.
Yes, I was actually texting once again some of my friends, and they were kind of like, it's crazy, like in here, like it was crazy in there. So
I knew they were so happy when the sun finally set it because they could get some coolness, just a little bit, because it was still hot. Orlando nights is still hot.
Yes,
in there during that time.
Earlier in the day, yes. I can imagine unbearable for sure. So, if I'm not mistaken, there's only, I know one match for sure that's confirmed. And that's the Universal Championship. But I think Charlotte versus Ronda, I don't even think that's to know because on Raw, Ronda Rousey threw the title.
I mean,
I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm waiting for Raw tonight to see what's going to happen
right.
with that because I'm just confused. And you've been seeing her Twitter, Becca.
Oh, yes, between Becky Lynch and... Becky Lynch has been owning Ronda on Twitter. You can visibly see that Ronda is, like, upset about these tweets, like, the way she's responding. I said she called her out on her full government name, and I was like, no, Ronda, you don't do that.
Oh, my God.
She's Becky Lynch.
Oh, my God.
I'm excited. Hopefully...
What's going to happen, though? I'm nervous for the state of the match.
I don't even know, because I'm like, was Ronda supposed to even have a match? Like, if she didn't do that on Raw, the title down, was she supposed to have some type of match at Fastlane coming up this weekend? I don't,
Is this her break and Asuka has to go? I'm thinking of that.
I hope so, because Asuka didn't have a match at Elimination Chamber, which is nothing wrong with that, but still. We actually haven't seen Asuka at all. We don't even know what her WrestleMania plans are. But, yeah. So,
But I can't say rumors are plans is Lacey Evans. I don't know if you've heard about that. They're saying Lacey Evans versus Mandy Rose. Okay, yeah, they're talking about Lacey Evans, versus Asuka. That is like the rumors.
Well, I heard Ronda's supposed to leave after
to start a family or something like that.
Yeah, I mean she's married. I can understand that. I mean, some women, unfortunately, because we have babies, when you want to start a family, you can't still be wrestling and trying to get pregnant.
You can't. Shouts to Karma. She was the one that had a baby.
Yeah, the thing with Karma is I don't think she was planning to have a baby. She just happened to find out she was pregnant and kind of had to...
I was having this conversation earlier. Whenever you have unprotected sex, is it really a surprise?
We don't even know if it's unprotected, okay? We don't know that.
I mean, you're right. I guess if she got pregnant, it was...
Condoms can break. Birth control's not 100%.
You're right. These are all good points. These are all good points, to be honest.
You're a man. I don't think you understand.
Yeah, because those two went all over my head. But nevertheless, whatever Ronnie decides to do, I support her because she's had an excellent year. And I don't know why she's getting so much hate, genuinely, but she's had an excellent year.
This is the thing is because Becky Lynch is on the rise. And so now they're like, okay, we want to see this match. We don't really care about Ronda. When I say don't care, Ronda should have been the bad guy from jump. Like, to me, her attitude, just her history, she makes a natural heel. And WWE wants to make her this baby face, and I think she's outgrown that role now when it comes to challenging someone like Becky Lynch, which we don't know 100% for sure that's what's going to be. To me, I wasn't excited for Charlotte to be added to this match, but I love Charlotte. So I think she definitely adds more of that main event feel, regardless if I like it or not. I feel like it should have been just Becky and Ronda, which should have happened at Survivor Series, but unfortunately it did not because of Nia Jax accidentally breaking her face. The face breaker. So, I mean, I think I probably would have been more accepting of it if the plans originally was supposed to be Charlotte and Ronda at Mania after Survivor Series with Ronda and Becky. But, I mean, I'm okay because I feel like this triple threat match.
So that's what you think is going to happen, because everybody's just still... I think that the majority think it's going to be a triple threat, but I just don't know.
I really don't know. No,
I don't know.
I'm the split. I'm indifferent.
I don't know what they're
I'm very
gonna do.
split because I feel like Ronda and Charlotte definitely could have been good, especially because now that the title's on the line, Charlotte's not going to cost herself the match.
She got something to gain.
Right.
And you know how Charlotte does.
Exactly. The queen. I love that. I love that they turned Charlotte back into the bad guy. That's just more natural for her. I mean, I loved her as a babyface too.
Same.
Most people didn't. Most
Loved
people
it.
didn't. They was just like, Charlotte's such a cringe as a babyface. I didn't see it. I thought it was great because I feel like either role she can fulfill.
So all in all, let's just wrap up the Raw Women's Championship because it's all over the place. Because Charlotte is supposed to be on SmackDown and Ronda was the Royal Rumble winner. Who's leaving WrestleMania with the title? Can you say?
Well, we're just talking about Ronda and Charlotte, not Becky being in the mix.
Which one do you feel comfortable? Is that what you?
Well, I feel comfortable. I really want to believe that it's going to be a triple threat and it's going to be Becky. Because I feel like her beating Charlotte and Ronda, there'll be a bigger impact of her just beating Ronda alone. Even though Ronda is a very big name. But Charlotte is a very big name in the WWE.
A lot of people didn't think Charlotte was going to be Asuka. I was one of them, unfortunately.
You was one of them. I knew Charlotte was going to win. Wow.
I thought Asuka was gone.
Nah, I had Charlotte winning.
Yeah, really?
I had Charlotte when I said if anyone was going to break the streak, because originally it was rumored that they were going to have Ronda break the streak, and I said, no, I'm not with that. So, Charlotte, I had Charlotte. So, I feel like, especially when you know Ronda's leaving after WrestleMania, it makes no sense for Ronda to retain the Women's Championship, because then what is she going to do, just drop it the next night or vacate it?
Last week.
Yeah, I mean, that makes no sense to me. So, if it's triple threat, Becky, of course. If not, Charlotte's going to take it. I feel like Ronda just needs to lose because it gets to a point where things get too predictable, especially with Asuka. So no one thought that Asuka was ever going to lose
to Mandy Rose,
to just anyone really. So I feel like you should only keep the streak going for so long. So Ronda has never lost a match where she was pinned or submitted or none of that, and I think that it's time because it's been a year now. It's coming on a year. WrestleMania will mark a year since Ronda has had her first match in WWE, so I think it should end at WrestleMania.
And I do have one more question. Again, is that should this match go on last? That's a big little conversation. Should it be
knowing the matches that I know for sure are happening. The most interesting story has been the Raw Women's Championship. Because if you look at it, the Universal Championship really kind of has been non-existent.
Kofi coming for that heat.
And then hopefully it is Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. I mean, I can see that match going on last too.
Even though they didn't give us Nakamura and AJ last year, but that had no bill for me.
Yeah, that match was all about, I respect you, this is a dream match. No real build, no physical altercation, really, nothing until after. So I'm just like, eh. So I think really, technically to me, the most interesting storyline going on is the Raw Women's Championship. So I think the way they built it, it should be the last match.
History.
Yes. History making. I think that should be the last match.
Wow.
I think that's the match everyone will be looking forward to. Depending on how they build WrestleMania after Fastlane. So from Fastlane on, I think that's definitely the match that should be going on last.
What's the next match that we want to get into?
Well, I mean, you kind of brought it up with Kofi.
Kofi Mania.
Yeah, so I think we should go ahead and go into the...
It's so interesting how people do Kofi Mania because Kofi's black and Hulk Hogan controversy, but Kofi's Mania is running wild and all this.
To me personally, what I feel about Kofi, they're making him the new Daniel Bryan from 2014. It's like, to me, people think it's like out of nowhere, but no, it's been a long time building up, which is the same with Daniel Bryan. It's been a long time coming. 11 years, as Kofi would say. He's been waiting for this opportunity to finally get his one-on-one chance for the WWE Championship. I was actually very upset for SmackDown at first, but I had to think about the big picture. Why waste that big of a match for Fastlane, which is basically a throwaway pay-per-view? When you can get that great match, because we got a sneak peek at the Elimination Chamber when it came down to Kofi and Daniel Bryan.
Really good.
So I feel like Kofi's gonna get the WrestleMania moment. Now the question is, will he win though?
Is he winning?
And it's crazy. We don't even. It's not even a confirmed match. We don't even know for sure if this match is happening. But I feel strongly that's the direction that they're heading in.
Yeah, Kofi has to win. Some of the Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. Kofi has to win. That's just it. Like, Kofi must.
All these obstacles are being put in his way to get to that WrestleMania moment.
That's a must. Nobody got a Money in the Bank. Kofi must win.
Yeah, that's great. No
Look at that.
No one can take the moment away from Kofi.
That's
Kingston.
always how the moments end. The Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I actually missed that Money in the Bank, being at WrestleMania.
Nah.
I do miss it.
I don't need that.
I just miss having, that ladder match moment at WrestleMania.
You talking about that?
Yeah, you don't get it every year. So.
They want one of those multi-man ladder matches for a mid-card title.
But we didn't have it last year, so that's what I'm saying.
I mean, Money in the Bank has actually been changed to May, if I'm not mistaken, they're saying. May. And Backlash is June. Because Hell in a Cell is September.
Yeah.
They got a lot going on.
That's
I'm
weird.
Just being nosy, but you said you do think Kofi's gonna win.
Oh, I would be shocked if Kofi doesn't win. I actually think Kofi will win. Oh wow! Okay.
They switching it up.
Yeah,
they switching it up.
I think Kofi will win, and then he's gonna New Day that belt.
Interesting. So that's like the thing now. Everybody's kind of like creating that glow, that
little,
eco.
Yeah, I think he's gonna New Day that belt, and then they're gonna go back.
Did Carmella have a bling belt or something like no? Hers was
just
okay.
a SmackDown.
Okay, I thought she
only blinged out women's championship belt was Naomi.
Okay. Yeah.
Only person who customized their belt, Naomi.
I thought that was a good size
for
title
women.
reign.
No, just for
that
women.
Was a good size title reign.
Yeah, I hate that they finally allowed her to do it.
Whenever someone customizes a belt, I be thinking they're gonna hold it for a long time. Even Daniel Bryan, I be thinking, but Daniel.
No, because remember Edge, he customized the WWE Championship and lost it like 2 weeks. Like he didn't have it long at all.
He did.
So that's the only reason why
John Cena, he changed the landscape. Man, I was like, they really gonna keep this?
He kept it.
I thought that was just his.
That was like 2005 to like 13.
A long time.
Yeah, like 2005 to like 13.
A long time.
It's a very long time.
Seeing all our legends holding. Imagine Undertaker holding that.
It's probably why they never gave him the belt.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
I always thought, but whenever they got rid of the the WWE Championship with SmackDown, that they was gonna bring that back, the World Heavyweight Championship back to Raw, kind of be like kind of old school type thing, like Raw and SmackDown, but.
Universal Championship. But speaking of that belt, it has a lot of history associated, in my opinion, with Batista. Batista is back in the WWE. And
oh yeah, I thought that.
Look at you.
I haven't seen Batista.
Since he quit.
Well, no. I'm trying to think. Since like any Raw SmackDown I went to, I haven't seen Batista in a very long time. So that was actually a nice.
I mean, we still kind of just saw him on but I get what you mean.
I mean, you only saw him like on the Tron.
Right, I was still shocked. I was shook.
But it happened in Atlanta.
Right, I was shook.
So
that's always gonna be
I
so
didn't see
shit
him in the ring, but I saw him on the screen.
Sure.
It still counts.
We saw Ricky Steamboat, Sting, and Shawn Michaels all in the ring. So.
But we seen Sting in person. Like literally, we walked by him.
Yeah, Dragon Con last
Dragon
year.
Con and Ric Flair.
Yeah,
too.
Ric Flair and Lita. Yeah, that was crazy.
So we saw him a lot more.
Yeah, we was actually close and like I could touch your back.
Literally this far apart, but we could like touch him like that. So
That was crazy. I walked up and was like, Larry, he was like, you want to get in?
Yes. We didn't want to make this walk to this hotel just to get tickets just to walk all the way back. That's like a 12-minute
just
walk.
walk in. And then we was at the backstage. We're getting off topic, but everybody's kind of like, hey, man.
Right, all the good indie wrestlers that we know personally. That was actually pretty cool.
It was interesting because it wasn't an atmosphere like the normal people are living like, what the hell are you doing back here? Like, get out of our circle. Opposed to us.
Like,
we're like...
Right, like nobody was said anything.
Like, like, come over here and speak before you leave.
Right.
Like that,
right.
So.
And then we met Xavier Woods, too. So that was cool, too.
That was crazy.
So, yeah,
that was crazy.
So getting back on subject, though. But Batista...
versus Triple H.
Yes.
Do you want to see it? That's the big question.
Yes.
A lot of people don't want to see it on the... Surprisingly, I want to see it.
I don't know why, but...
I want to see it.
Batista... You know, he alluded to it on SmackDown 1000. Like, everything Triple H has done, you never beat me. One-on-one. And I had to think back, and I was like... I
didn't know he was going to take it that deep, though. I was kind of... That went from a little jokey, in my opinion, in the ring.
Batista always said... If he
to
were
100.
Batista always said... But you got... And then I could take it back even further than that. Whenever Batista first returned, and Triple H, the Evolution versus Shield... And whenever Batista and Randy Orton's like, oh, we're done or whatever, you can take it back to that.
I agree.
So, I'm excited for it. I want to see it. And, you know, Batista or Triple H can still go. It's not like...
Hopefully he don't injure himself this time. You remember that Saudi Arabia?
To me, that was honestly a mess, honestly.
It was a mess.
It was a mess.
Stayed up till 5 a.m. for that mess.
That's what happened. That's why it was a mess. Because you're working with people who don't really stay, to me personally, stay in ring shape. Shawn Michaels.
That boy did his thing.
No, of course he did.
He was doing his thing.
You know I love Shawn Michaels, but come on. You
It
know,
wasn't the Shawn Michaels I knew.
It's not the Shawn Michaels that I wanted to see. I don't think that was for him to come back to have a match, that wasn't it for me. It was great to see GX together. It was great to see the Brothers of Destruction together.
Everybody look old.
Only person, the youngest one in the match was Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H.
Because Triple H at least wrestles at least once a year.
At least once. Twice if he's feeling it at a live show.
Technically, I think it was 3 times last year.
Yeah, he goes in.
So, Triple H versus Batista. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think needs to win more? Well, I think it's Triple H needs to win, but because he never beat Batista. But who would you actually would like to see?
I like when I do want to see Batista win. I just feel like Triple H, you always
never be able to defeat Batista. I feel like that's something that always hold over Triple H.
Yeah,
you will never, ever, ever.
And I feel like Batista may be in action. Hopefully, we don't get a Goldberg schedule. I just don't feel like he's gonna be. What do you think about his schedule?
Okay,
I don't know.
So this is the thing though. Batista could work more shows than Goldberg can.
What about Brock?
I mean, Brock could work more. It's just in his contract not to. And I mean, shit, if it's not on my contract and I'm getting paid all this money, I'm fine with it.
So I wonder what Batista's gonna. Is he gonna be like a Randy Orton?
No, I think well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Randy Orton works.
Is he gonna be like a Randy Orton?
It's a part-time schedule, but it's still, you see him consistently more than you would see an actual part-time.
I see Randy Orton's working all the time.
That was hilarious. Didn't know he could do it.
It was
He
good.
need to be out there with New Day.
It was good.
He was.
He did it with New Day one time, which is funny. You saw that video too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He need to be out there.
But I think the one with his personal favorite, that was my favorite one.
Yeah, because we didn't know he was being recorded.
His reaction was funny.
You know he's being recorded, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But no, if he comes back, because you know Batista's actually a pretty big deal in Hollywood now. You know, with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So you know if they keep going.
He was in Avengers too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Infinity
huge.
War.
That's huge. That's major.
I can't wait for Infinity War. Avengers Endgame to come out.
It's gonna be amazing. Got to see Captain Marvel too.
Yep.
Have to.
Yep.
Have to.
So yeah, I personally want Batista to win. I think Batista should win. I think it'd be, because you know, if he doesn't plan on sticking around, I think it'd be good for him to win. Because his last WrestleMania, he didn't. He tapped out to Daniel Bryan. So
he did.
I mean, this is the thing though, because Triple H is always going to be around. It's not going to hurt him to lose, and it's not going to hurt him to win. But I don't, and he needs the win because he's never beat Batista. But I just think for crowd's sake, I think letting Batista get that win is definitely the direction they should go in. And plus, we get to hear his theme song. His theme song is like awesome.
It is.
Love it.
Unless he switches up, that'd be funny. Look at you.
Oh, no. And
Now I get some heel heat though. I get some heel heat.
No, I don't think he should change his theme song. I don't even see a theme song that could possibly suit him. That's like Rey Mysterio changing his theme song again. I can't see him changing it now. I think it should stay where it is.
Oh my God. The rumors just keep coming.
There's another rumor. It's going to be, Randy Orton and AJ Styles.
You want to see that?
Yeah. We seen them face off.
Yeah.
But we never saw an actual feud, like a storytelling build up to the match. It was really to determine who was going to face Bray Wyatt
at WrestleMania.
After AJ Styles already won the match to determine that he's going to face Bray Wyatt. But, Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble decided he wanted to face Bray. So they had that match. So that one match was actually really good. So I can't wait to see the build up for a WrestleMania match. Who would win though? That's actually kind of hard for me because I love them both so much, and AJ Styles is currently my favorite wrestler.
So that should be it, right? Shouldn't that just be?
Well, no, because I try not to be biased. So like anytime, especially because Sasha Banks is my favorite, but I'll always try and be unbiased.
Oh yeah, because you said she was gonna lose at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And she was, I did. Against Ronda Rousey, I did. I thought she was going to be in the Royal Rumble, but she wasn't. Mm-hmm. It made me sad. But yeah, so who's going to win? I'm going to go with AJ Styles because Randy Orton beat him the first time.
I don't see why AJ. It's a feel-good moment.
Yeah, and since Randy Orton is moving into that part-time status, AJ Styles is currently still working a full-time schedule until, they rework his deal because I feel like he's going to be on that Randy Orton status too soon. Yeah. I think AJ Styles because he hasn't had any big wins in a while since losing the WWE Championship. So,
but it's a win-win.
It is. I think it's a win-win for everyone because they're both great wrestlers and I think, honestly, I'm trying to think. I really think that match will actually probably, to me, will be better than Nakamura and AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Because I feel like that feud was kind of lackluster.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't the dream match. I feel like it could have been built up better, and it could have actually been a better match. Which it didn't matter because I enjoyed the match either way because I love Nakamura and Styles. But I think Orton and Styles is going to be a good match, especially because Randy Orton, he's almost 40. And
he's up there.
He still moves like he's in his 20s, like when it comes to wrestling.
I love it.
So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for AJ Styles.
I love it. Roman Reigns. He's back.
Yes, he is back. That's great. So we thought we was gonna have WrestleMania 35 without Roman Reigns. I mean, that's still to be determined.
We gotta have Roman at WrestleMania if he back.
I know. He's
probably gonna main event the show.
No.
Yeah.
He's not. But who do you think Roman Reigns would face at WrestleMania? You have some
ideas? Because I know we talked a little bit off camera, but honestly, I thought they should make it a triple threat match for the Universal. What is that?
No, this is Seth Rollins' moment.
I get you, but Roman Reigns is like Stone Cold. You just don't have your guy back and not put him in your big main event match.
This is what's going to happen. It's talking about Universal Championship. Forget that. Roman Reigns. It's going to be Seth Rollins win the Universal Championship, and then Roman Reigns can challenge Seth Rollins for it. That is what should happen. No triple threat. We already might possibly get a triple threat match with Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. Let's stick to one triple threat match. We don't need to add another one.
So you're saying Seth Rollins died, so Seth Rollins winning?
He is winning.
I think that since Roman is back, Brock should maybe retain and keep that.
I think this is what the problem is with this Seth Rollins.
Roman kind of fucked things up.
Well, no, not that. I just think what I think is why the Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins storyline isn't going so well. It's a problem because Seth Rollins is is rumored to be dealing with a back injury. So he hasn't wrestled
forever
in a minute.
Since that Dean match, right?
Yes, since the Dean Ambrose match, he hasn't wrestled. And originally, when I chose Seth Rollins to win the Royal Rumble, I knew that Brock Lesnar didn't have to be around because Seth Rollins could build the story himself. And he hasn't done a good job of that because technically he's not around to really do anything about it. So it's kind of in the mix really now with Roman being back and then whole Dean Ambrose kind of flipping the script because he's technically supposed to be a heel, but he's kind of, I don't know, they kind of put him in the state like they're changing him to a face. And, I feel like they're trying to do the Shield reunion all over again. So it's kind of like, okay, from the start with Seth Rollins, his main storyline should be focusing on the Universal Championship. And they haven't, it's like they kind of forgot about that. Like, come on, he's supposed to challenge for the main title because Raw will always be the A show, unfortunately, even though I feel like SmackDown is the better show. So, hopefully, after Fastlane, things will start getting, because now they're getting closer to that, they got to start really building the Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar match up.
Fastlane is Sunday, right?
Yep.
Cool.
You coming over? Maybe.
Most likely. I mean, I don't have anything to do. My calendar's open.
At the moment, he says these things.
Baked beans?
At the moment, he says these things.
Baked beans?
Because I can make them now, so, New
Definitely
Year's, yeah. He says these things, but we'll see how it goes.
Food. Yeah.
Oh, there'll definitely be food.
Yeah. I'm really not doing anything else, to be honest. I can't even lie.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll make a snap of that. No, I'll put it on Instagram because you can't have my Snapchat.
Woo! WrestleMania. We went to the Universal Championship. We went to the WWE Championship.
We should talk about the tag team division.
The tag team division.
I don't know if you know this, but
I don't care
Hardy
about the
Boys,
Raw tag team titles,
right,
but the
Raw,
SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what's going. I'm going into SmackDown. I don't know if you noticed, but Matt Hardy did not come out to his
Woken
Matt Hardy attire.
It was like yeah, it was like all Hardys, right?
Right, and I didn't. Did you know he was coming back?
I did. It was a surprise. Legit.
Right. So
I
I knew he was gearing to return, but I didn't know he was.
Yeah, everything about it, like the Hardys, everything was a surprise to me.
I feel like WrestleMania would be the perfect ladder match right there.
Y'all want these old men to put their bodies on the line.
If Jeff would climb up a cell and just drop down with nobody right there.
Why can't they just have a standard WrestleMania tag match?
I'm just saying. I feel like that's not my fault. They did it. They did these ladder matches at WrestleMania. Everybody expects a Hardy WrestleMania
just want a
tag
standard match at WrestleMania.
I'm just saying.
What if the New Day got included in the three-way tag, just a standard three-way tag?
Well, it'll be just.
Y'all still want a ladder in that?
I mean, triple threat.
Ladder match.
I mean, but you know how I feel. There's already one triple threat match. I don't think there needs to be another one on the card. But if New Day somehow, shit, make it a fatal four-way. Why don't you?
And who the best tag team in the world?
So I see the Usos. No. I feel like they're gonna do a Shane McMahon versus Miz at WrestleMania.
The Miz is just too good as a babyface, though.
The Miz is good at everything he does.
So what's gonna happen? How would they fight? Just a friendly competition?
Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio did that before.
Eddie was slick back.
They were the tag team champions when that happened, and then Eddie turned on him after that, but not after the match, but later on down the road.
Yeah, a few months later.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I think the Usos, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys. That's already right there is a lit match.
Same, I agree.
But if you want to throw in a team in the mix, I think Sanity should get a chance. To build them back up because. They just
build them back up. When was they ever?
To build them back up since when they first debuted. Their first debut, when they first showed up, it was great. But after that, it just kind of.
Yeah, they're bad.
So if you're gonna do like a TLC or just a ladder match, come on, Chaos. That just screams Sanity should be involved somehow.